I recently just uploaded a story on Instagram asking you guys for video ideas and basically content you wanted to see on my YouTube channel. And many of you guys wanted to see more content on landing pages, how to write them, how to structure them, and how to create really banger landing pages. So today we're back with another video on how to structure landing pages that get over 60% conversion rates. Before jumping into this video, if we go to my swipe file landing page, so this is the landing page of the $3 million copywriting swipe file, you will see that I have a over 60% conversion rate here, and this is for the last month. So if we take lifetime here, so if we look at the 1st November until today, 21st of February, you'll see that we have a 64% conversion rate for this landing page. So I know a thing or two on how to create really good landing pages, and today I will show you exactly that. So that is mostly like opt-in pages for people to give you their email address so that you can then later sell them stuff in the emails and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So how to structure landing pages. We're going to talk about the structure today, as the title is already. I'm going to show you the different elements of sections that you want to have on a landing page, because some of the landing pages only have a headline and a sign up form, and that is totally okay. But today I'm going to show you 8 types of sections that you can include in your landing pages, and then after watching this video, it is up to you what type of section you want to include for your clients or for your own offers. And then basically you can pick out the stuff that you want to work with. Just because I give you these 8 doesn't mean that you need to use all of them in your landing pages. You can also only have 2 of these sections in your landing pages, have a landing page like that. Or you could also use all of them or only a headline and a sign up form. I see that a lot of times. It still gets sign up. So this is just to give you an idea on what type of sections you can use for your landing page and then how you can structure them. So we have the headline, the lead copy, the benefits deck, aka the what's in it for me, testimonial section, an urgency section, the qualifying question, the about section, and then at the end we also have the FAQ. And I will go over all of these sections by showing you pieces from my own copy, pieces that I wrote for my clients and for my own offers. I will show you headlines that I wrote for maybe for Ty or for myself or for other clients. I'll show you lead copy that I wrote for other people. So these are sections that I wrote for different landing pages for different clients or for my own offers. And then basically I will show you how I wrote it, how I structured all of that, so that you get a solid understanding on how to structure these things and how to write them. And also almost all of these things that I'll just show you now, all of these sections that I'll go over, you will also find them in my $1 million copywriting swipe file. If you haven't got that yet, check out the link in the description. You can get it for free. You can just sign up with your email and get the copywriting swipe file, basically where I have lots of copywriting pieces that I wrote for Ty Lopez and other clients in the past, and also for myself, to give you some really good input and give you some stuff that you can work with and inspiration for your own projects or for your clients. So if you haven't got that yet, make sure you get that in the description, and let's jump into the video now. So headlines. This is a opt-in page that I wrote for Jojo, one of my prior clients. I met him in Thailand. Then we ended up working together because he has a Facebook ads course. And basically what I did here is a really classic and very basic kind of structure for the headline and for the kind of first section. But what you want to do in the first section is you always want to have headline copy. So that is the eyebrow copy, the main headline and the sub-headline. Then you want to have something like a picture or a product image, maybe a thumbnail or even a video or something like that, where people can click, but then it won't show them because they need to opt in first. Then you want to have a form with the email and the first name, maybe even the SMS, so the phone number that you take, but most of the time first name and email is okay. And then you want to have a button with the call to action. Now, when it comes to the copy, you want to make sure that the headline has an eyebrow copy. So that is the copy that you can see right there on top. This right here is the eyebrow copy. And in the eyebrow copy, right, this is what comes before the headline. It is really important to qualify the reader. So if you read this, it says free training for solo entrepreneurs below 10K per month. And so what you want to do is you want to only talk to the people you really want to talk to. So the people in your target audience and your avatar. And you do this by qualifying people by telling them this is a free training, right? Give them some what's in it for me, and then who this is for. And then you really want to be specific. So these are solo entrepreneurs. These are not big businesses, not big e-commerce stores, just solo entrepreneurs. And you even give them a good revenue number so that everyone who is within that number feels like they're being talked to. And then you basically say reveals, and what you want to do is you want to give them a what's in it for me, and you want to build as much authority as possible in the main headline. Most of the time you will have something like how I did XYZ or how to do XYZ. What I did here was how I went from $0 to $8 million in total revenue for clients' businesses. And then the authority here is kind of using the go-to marketing strategy of profitable 7 to 8 figure companies. So profitable 7 to 8 figure companies is authority again, but all in all, that is lots of what's in it for me and authority here. And then what you want to do with the subheadline right here is you want to handle objections as much as possible. What I did was I just summed it up in a different way. I was like, let me show you the easy to follow framework. Always says that something is easy to follow. That just sounds really nice, and people like stuff that is easy to follow, obviously. And then that lets you scale past 6 figures as a solo entrepreneur. So again, we're calling out the target audience again, and we're linking it with a benefit here. I could have also written this without any marketing experience, without having to write big essays for your emails. Basically, you want to eliminate everything that this strategy doesn't consist of, but the target audience could still think that it is kind of a pain in the ass, right? If I don't want to put out lots of content and don't want to post social media content every day and reach out to 50 people per day with my DMs, then that is something that I can include in my subheadline where I say without doing XYZ, right? That's how you handle objections in the subheadline. Next step is lead copy. So if you scroll down on the landing page, after the headline, lots of times you will see lead copy, and that is basically some sort of long form copy that persuades you and basically sells you the idea of the product or the thing that you opt in for. So if that's a free training, it should persuade you that the free training is a good thing, right? So pretty simple. And what you want to do here is you want to have an intriguing headline that fits well. I like to use appealing images and designs just to mix it up and make it not so boring and not only copy heavy, because that is really nice for the eye as well, but it's not a must. Then what you want to have is you want to have nice copy that is convincing people of the effectiveness of whatever they opt in for. So if that's like a free training or if that's an ebook or something, you talk about that. You have some long form copy. It could be in the forms of an email or something. Then you can also have another headline. As I said, that is optional, but you can have that. I like that because it lets you jump from this to this and it makes it more intriguing. And then at the end, before going with the call to action and the button here, you want to qualify the reader. So as you can see, this is a lead copy for a sales page that I wrote for Ty Lopez. And before I jump to the call to action here, I qualify the reader by saying things like, if your end goal is to make money online, travel the world, and live life on your own terms, this seminar will be the most important life event you ever attend. And also throughout this whole lead copy, there's lots of copywriting principles that still are important. For example, I build some authority here and social proof. I'm being really specific by giving tangible, good numbers here and telling people why this is important for them. And then also for the main copy itself, most of the time you will have an origin story. So you will have something like, this is how I did XYZ and this is how I started. And then you will have kind of like a storytelling email. You will have that as the lead copy, kind of as an origin story. But you can also just have some urgency or just a statistic. So for example, here we went with some really nice statistic. That's also an angle that you can take for the lead copy. You can see the lead copy like an email that you use within the landing page to convince people of your product. Basically what I did here was I was talking about the Forbes list, top 10 billionaires, and what they do, and then mentioning some of the names and being really specific with numbers, and then talking about the background of all of them, which is the personal brand, and then convincing people of the idea to build a personal brand. Obviously, the mechanism for that we were selling here was this live seminar. All right, and after the lead copy, you can include a benefit stack, and actually a benefit stack is something that if you have an opt-in page, 99% of the time I would include a benefit stack. So most important part is the headline, subheadline, eyebrow copy, that type of stuff, the form, the call to action. A benefit stack is the second most important part because it gives you lots of what's in it for me. It gives the reader a reason to actually give you their email address and their details. So that is really important and shouldn't be underrated. How it works is basically you give a headline introducing the what's in it for me. So you can say something like, here's exactly what you get. Or as you can see, I took 2 different pieces here. The one on the top is from my copywriting swipe file. If you check out the link, you will see this actually. This is my benefit stack for the copywriting swipe file. And the other one, this right here, is for one of Ty's opt-ins. So this was a free training on how to build a personal brand, which was on the back end selling his personal brand income accelerator course. As you can see, there are multiple ways to go about having benefit stacks and listing what's in it for me. The most classic way is having bullet points, as you can see right here. For example, you can also just have like these text fields separately for each kind of bullet point, and then have some of these like images or something like that, and just have a text field here and kind of have it more as a description copy for the features. If you have bullet points, most of the time you want to link features with the benefits. So as you can see, the red text is always a feature, and then the black text is always the benefit. So you get 40 pieces of world-class copy, right? That's a deliverable, that's a feature. You get the secret 7-day email sequence and the Facebook ads track opt-in page. That is always a feature, but you want to always link it to the benefit. What does this feature do for me to get me to my goals? It's the 40 pieces of world-class copy that I wrote for Ty Lopez and other clients all across the globe. So that is something that should have a benefit, authority building, or social proof, or some kind of results that are interesting for the reader. And then at the end, obviously, you always want to have that call to action. Just as in every section, make sure to include a call to action, because then people don't have to scroll up all the way to find the button, and they will always have a button in each of the sections. All right, testimonials. So this is pretty huge too. Very, very important for any landing page or sales page. For this part, I took the landing page for our own agency. Right now we have a Facebook ads funnel where we send people from our Facebook ads for the agency. These are like info product businesses and stuff like that. And if they scroll down a little bit, they will see our video testimonials from some of my past clients. This is basically how it looks. They will see a headline that is kind of introducing the testimonial. You can say something like, I went for, don't just take my word for it. You can also say, I've helped so many people do XYZ, and then just introduce the testimonials. You can be like, here are some of my past clients, just something that introduces the video testimonials so that people are aware. Either you want to have video testimonials or some sort of images. And if you don't have that, at least have some of the copy, something that people will say. If you have like a text testimonial, you can have a screenshot, or you can just copy paste the text and have it like that in quotation marks. What I like to do with video testimonials a lot is have the most punchy content of the video. And that video, Ski Mask, for example, said that I doubled his conversion rate. So that is linked with a benefit, with a result. I want to have that written down here so that people don't have to watch the whole video, but they can just skim through this and they can read through all of these things. They will still get the same result or the same effect from the testimonial, because it's the same kind of things that people say in the testimonials, and these are the most convincing things. So if you have something that is linked to your performance or some real numbers that you achieve for people, always have that in your testimonials as well. And what always is important too is name drop the client or like the person that the video testimonial is from. In my case, I want to give the title, because then people will see that these are also course creators and this is kind of relevant to them. If you sell to B2C products, then you might not want to have the title, but for B2B, that is always really important. As always, you want to have a good call to action. For me, that is get your free consultation call, because that's what we offer. They will get a free consultation call if they book a call with me. All right, so now let's talk about urgency. Urgency is huge too, but it is kind of underestimated. It is a very short text most of the time, or it is a very short piece of copy basically that you include to have that effect of urgency, or some people like to call it fear of missing out, kind of FOMO. The most important part is that the reader takes action right now and not postpones it for the future. You do this by having an urgent headline here. So for example, this says the seminar will fill up, the room isn't big. So that is something that will catch my interest. You can also be a little bit more creative with this. You want to give a solid reason, and always make sure that you give a logical reason. People basically need to take action right now. If you say something like, oh, this is a September only offer, that is not a really strong reason. But if you tell people that, hey, our seats usually fill up pretty quickly and we only have limited seats for the seminar, so make sure that you buy now, because we cannot promise that you will later still get seats close to the seminar. That is something that you want to say. For this landing page piece here, I said, I don't host deep dive seminars with thousands of people. Seminars taking place very soon, and most aware entrepreneurs who are looking to build profitable personal brands have already claimed their spot, but there are still a few seats left. So you want to make it like a few of them are left. It's not many, but if you buy now, you will still get one to still increase that sense of urgency. And you can still join the Deep Dive Personal Brand Income Accelerator seminar. Remember, fortune favors the bold. If you want to join, then you need to act now. Now, this is just to build lots of urgency and fear of missing out so that people take action right now. And basically this is also what it says here, the headline, main copy, and then just a call to action. So very, very simple section, definitely something that can be powerful closer to the end of the landing page. All right, this is something that I don't see being talked about very often, but this is something actually, again, from our Facebook ads funnel for our agency. And this is kind of the qualifying question. Basically, what you want to have is kind of a headline here that is affirming what the people might be thinking that are on the page. So I could imagine a prospect being on the page saying, is this discovery call even right for me? Or is this consultation call even right for me? Or am I even the right fit for this? Something like this, right? That just asks for qualification. And then basically you handle that right here. The way you want to do it usually is you want to have two different places for, is this call right for you? Is this not right for you? And then you want to tell people that it is right for them if you're already making 10K per month, if you want to create a money printing machine for your online business that runs completely on autopilot without ever lifting a finger, if you're looking to get personal advice from a world-class sales funnel expert and copywriter who knows the secrets to scaling multiple multi-million-dollar companies. But basically something that makes people hard to say no to, right? Because this is something that obviously there are lots of strong benefits in there, and this is what you want to include. You want to play hard on the benefits here. Usually you would have the second kind of part of it where you just say this isn't right for you if you don't want to scale your online courses. So basically you will have one bullet point that goes against the overall dream state of your customers. And then at the end, as I said, always have a call to action. So let's get to the about section. The about section is also something really important that you can always include, especially if you are running a funnel to cold audience. So people who don't know you, who don't know who you are. You need to introduce yourself, build lots of authority and social proof so that people trust you because they don't know you. This is an about section that we wrote for one of Ty's landing pages, and it's basically a headline that is something like about me or about Tai Lopez or who is Tai Lopez. It's basically telling people, okay, this is going to be a section about this guy so that you know who this is. Some people go with a headline that says meet your instructor or meet Tai Lopez or something like that. There's no right or wrong here. You can just go with whatever you want to. But basically what you want to do is inside of that copy, you want to build shit ton of authority and social proof. It should be filled with lots of reasons for people to trust that guy and make it really, really good, really tailored to your target audience. For Tai, we at first have his come up story where we go into him only having $47 in his bank account, sleeping on his mom's sofa, and becoming a big influencer, building big companies and stuff like that. Over 1 billion minutes watched on his YouTube content, spent over $600 million in paid advertisement, one of the top 15 TEDx talks of all time. So as you can see, there's just lots of authority building here, and then basically just introduce who you are, and at the end you can have a call to action. What I also really find important here is in this about section at the end, we don't just list a lot of things about Tai, but then at the end we still say things that give people a reason to get back to the offer. So they don't only read about Tai in this about section, but they also get back to the offer at the end, and you kind of catch them back to the offer and be like, okay, but get the offer now, right? Like buy now or give us your email now. So we say something like, the Tai charges $100,000 to his clients, but we'll give you access to everything he knows for way less. Register now before space fills up. So again, we're making it brain dead for people to just opt in and give us their email address, and also have some urgency in here. All right, last but not least, we have the FAQ section, and the FAQ section is really, really important, and you should never sleep on the FAQ section. Most people are already hardwired to know that almost every landing page or website has an FAQ section. And so if they have a question in the back of their mind, they might not bother scrolling through the whole landing page and looking for an answer in there, but they just scroll through the end to the FAQ section to find that answer. And if you can catch those people, you will get many more conversions from there. And so that's why an FAQ section is always important. And just as every section, you need a strong headline here. I went for still on the fence. Let me answer some of your questions that you might have. Again, this is the same funnel that we have for our potential clients or for people that come from the Facebook ads. And basically you can just have a very simple headline here. Most of the time you will have something like frequently asked questions. That is totally fine. It shouldn't be too persuasive, not too fancy. This is already on the fancier side of things, but still totally fine. And basically what you want to do is you want to list the biggest objections in form of questions that your target audience might have. I know that my target audience might have the objection of not trusting me because this is a headline, they don't know me, they haven't heard about me maybe before, maybe only saw a Facebook ad and now are on this page, so why should I trust you? And then what you want to have is you want to handle that objection, all of those objections that you have in forms of the questions, with an answer, so that if people click on here to see the answer, they will have a nice answer and be convinced to still schedule the call, even though they have something in the back of their mind that keeps them from doing so. And then as always, at the end, as I said, you want to have a strong call to action. If you're interested now and you kind of like all of the sections that I just went over, make sure to check out my free $1 Million Copywriting Swag file in the description. You will find almost all the pieces that I just went over here, and you can take a look by yourself. Take a look at the different funnels and landing pages and scroll through them and get even more inspiration from there. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one.